the explosion continues. Staffing World 2023 next week. And guess who I have on the show right now? It's Adam Day from Timerack. There he is. Look at that. You got the decal, your shirt, man. You're advertising everywhere.
Well, that's all I'm for. This is what we put out. So it's a lot of fun. You might as well wear it when you can. So absolutely.
And Adam is going to be local. I mean, you're only, 3 hours away, you said, right?
It's 3 hours. This is awesome. Vegas was great last year, but being in our home state is just kind of like home ground territory. It's a home field advantage for us this year. So we're pretty excited.
I love it. And Timerack, you guys bring the energy, man. Every time you go to an event, and seriously, I see you guys on LinkedIn all the time. You're like everywhere this year. I mean, you're going to events, you're out there shaking hands, fist pumping, and getting business, man. I love it.
Yeah, it's been a fun couple of years. We got into this journey about 3 years ago in May 2020 or June 2020, and it's now time to pour the gas on. So we're in a new innovative approach, and dude, we're really excited this year. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch how to make something that's not sexy.
Man, I love it. So let's just start off. Anybody that doesn't know Timerack, which most people do, what do you guys do and how do you do better?
Sure, absolutely. So we're a workforce management system, time and labor, clocks on the wall, data collection, and we integrate with a bunch of the ATSs, Aviante, Coates, Greenfield, Carvin. Nice. We're agnostic. We're here to serve the staffing industry. And one of the things that separated us, and we made a very deliberate decision 2 years ago, was to become very focused at serving the staffing industry and fixing the woes. And that primarily relates in traditional workforce management to assignment management. And we can store the pay bill rate so that you can provide real-time reporting or period in time reporting to your customers. And we understand your business, and the difference is we operate as an extension of your business. So you don't have to become an expert. We're the expert. We help you run your business. You focus on delivering people on site. We help you keep efficiency in your margins.
That is sweet. Okay, so let's just talk about manufacturing. I love that. That's one of my industries of specialty, and is like, okay, so the time clocks, time is, take us through that. I mean, is people still doing the thumbprints, or are they going with the app? What's new?
Yeah, so it's all things. But when you get into manufacturing, this is actually one of the new clocks we're releasing in just about 3 weeks.
Oh, nice.
It's all-in-one, Android-based. We control the complete experience, multilingual, so accommodating multiple languages for employees that are coming up. This one has facial recognition, fingerprint, badge, pin entry. It's dealer's choice so that we get to learn one product and put it out and be consistent. So on-site manufacturing, it's still typically around a hardware device on the wall. What we see focusing on next year and releasing is looking at using NFC. We all have our phones, so instead of having people lined up at a clock, if I'm in distance, we can recognize you, allow you to punch in on your phone, and you don't even have to hit the clock. So we're trying to figure out how to add efficiency to that process and process people through the lines, get them out on the floor faster.
Oh, and I love that because, dealing with 200 people, 1,000 people, they wander off. GPS will say you're not even back on time. Oh, I was there. No, you weren't.
Yeah.
You're a Pizza Hut for the last 2 hours drinking a beer, man. Come on.
Right. You shouldn't have punched in from there. We have your location now. So there is geofencing, and that is becoming big. And we're never big on not collecting that punch, but we want to alert people where they are, especially in home healthcare. You're going on site to someone's house. Let's make sure they're there for contract purposes and liability purposes. Should something happen and I punched in, I was down the street, but I said I was there, I'm exposed as an employer. So all of these things tie back. They feel like big brother sometimes, but they're really to protect the agency and the employee, even though sometimes they don't believe that.
Do you see customers still use it? And I know I did this before too. They're still doing the paper timesheets. Have you seen them?
Yeah, that's still a huge percentage. And what people don't know or realize is this is where your margin is eroding. The time that it takes to calculate or process manual paper, even if you're getting it into just an online timesheet, that's your margin you're eroding, and the errors that come with it downstream. And people don't factor in the corrections afterwards. Those still cost you money and eat into your margins. And this is where we're trying to bridge that gap. And this is one of the things you'll be hearing soon from us. Pretty cool new product for managing all of that data, to be kind of a traffic cop for working with VMSs, making sure your assignment data matches before you get the pay bill and eliminate those errors. So stay tuned on that one.
Man, you got so much new stuff coming out. I love it, man. It's seriously. But getting back to the paper timesheets, I mean, I know in the past, it's kind of funny. The numbers are, it's a 6 or is it an 8? And you have to call the manager. I mean, I'm still shocked that people still do that because sooner or later that's going to have to go away.
Oh, absolutely. And APA did studies years ago, and it hasn't changed, that the average time to manually calculate a time card is 7 minutes. And we all know really that's a true average for the people that actually get it right. So you spend more time tracking it down. Look at that savings. A 200-person agency saves $26,000 by just reducing that by 5 minutes a card a week at a $30 an hour employee internally. And you're at that cost. So you almost make our systems free if you actually implement the efficiency processes. So it's really a cool thing to come in because it can be viewed as an expense, but it's actually saving you margin and creating additional efficiency.
Plus, as we know, Adam, when you go in and you sell and you want to sell staffing, this is perfect. I'm going to bring a time clock in, put it on the wall. You know what I mean? If it's a big, logistics company, and we're going to work together. I mean, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And coming down the line, what we're trying to do is this is what every agency is facing as they walk in. They have to deal with the requirements of the customer. They're not worried about selling workforce management. They're selling people on staff, 40 forklift drivers. And they find out they have all these rules to address. They either have to find a system that's not in their bailiwick and pull in multiple systems or do it manually, which is inefficient. So our goal is to deliver a system that the agency can walk in without fail, knowing that they can accommodate any rule a customer throws at them. And that's coming next year. And that's going to be amazing.
Man, this time clock stuff's taking it to the next level. Seriously, back in the day, they thought it was just a clock on the wall and that's it. I mean, it's amazing.
That's the little part now.
Yeah.
That's baseline. This is next level. So we're pretty excited because it does not exist in the market today.
And you know what? HR people, we want them to be our friends. This is to make HR be easy too when they work with different staffing firms. I mean, to be honest with you, if there's 4 staffing firms in there and only one has the time clock, the other ones are going to fall behind.
Well, the time clock and one that's really industry specific.
Yes.
There's time clocks. I can get data, but if I don't understand what to do with that data, it's going to create downstream inefficiency, even though I'm collecting data automatically. So there's really a culmination of the industry experience and focus and delivery support that really separate that from just traditional workforce.
And how important is it to integrate with, like you said, Aviante and different ones like that? Is it very important to integrate with the CRM?
Oh, it's critical because it's a huge additional efficiency benefit to the agency. So that's why we love to integrate with anybody that's open, because it's an added benefit. They view it as one complete system, and they're independent and they do their own jobs. But the more we can communicate with each other, it's just beneficial to the agency. And that's who we're all trying to serve, is the agency, not ourselves from a delivery perspective, but we like solving problems for companies.
I love it. So the HR department, I've seen that on your website. What do you guys actually do to assist with the HR?
So the HR side of it, that's more repository data, employee documents. Let's say you want to store the paper timesheets against an employee. You can upload those, or interactions you have with an employee. If you're not storing those in your ATS, you can upload them into our HR module if you want, and keep those on hand for liability purposes, references down the road. So the HR project we have is really a data repository to help manage those smaller systems. It's not very workflow related. It's really in adding efficiency and data storage for employee tracking.
Sweet. And I got to tell you, I love this on your website. You put, "We deliver work-life harmony for businesses." I love that slogan.
It's what it's all about. If I can cut 8 hours off of my week, so I'm down to 50 hours a week, I'm going to do something to do that and balance my life. And that's what we try to deliver, is efficiency that lets people work at their pace, at their time, and enjoy the rest of their life.
So true. Then you can go to the gym for the 8 hours, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the goal, man. We're not here to work. We're here to enjoy.
Exactly. That's awesome, man. So yeah, I definitely was just, before we go here, I want to show out. Let's go with the, there it is right there. Booth 400.
All right. Booth
What's
400.
going on at the booth?
Hey, we're loaded this year. We've doubled the size of the booth each year. So here we go. We're going bigger and better. There's a lot of us coming in. And if you stop by, you'll get to hear what we can deliver today. And we'll show you some new things coming. Just an insight. The new platform we're releasing is called Daily. And our goal is to be part of the daily life of the agency and the employee. So come by, learn a little more.
Any cool swag gear thrown out at people? Shirts?
We
Or
got to, you got to stop by, but we might have something you can carry around and keep yourself cool. So come check that out.
Oh my! Look
I'm
out!
telling you, you don't see a lot of these.
Like that.
We're rolling hard. Come on out.
Got it. Awesome, brother. Before we go, I got to give a shout out to our peeps right here, Advanced Partners. They put the fun in funding, payroll,
We love working.
everything else. Great people,
Yeah,
man.
we love working with them. Yeah, they're partners of ours, so we love them. They're great.
And by the way, we just got since we all both love them, they're having an espresso bar. You know that, the ultimate espresso bar. So we're going to have so much energy throughout the whole week.
Yeah, that's what we need during the week, right? That keeps us rolling. So
yeah, especially after the ESC party, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Which is Tuesday night. I always joke with people. I said, seriously, every year you don't know what's going to happen.
No, you don't. Or remember what happened. Either one. It could be either way. So
exactly. Any words of wisdom you want to throw out there before we go, man?
No, come out, have fun. This is what it's about. We love to interact with people, current customers, new customers, and it's about community for us. So this is a tight-knit industry, and we love being part of it.
Well, brother, man, thank you for coming on the show. Before we go, you know what we're going to do. It's Charlotte is known for NASCAR, and who else? Come on now.
Ric Flair.
But Nature Boy. So are you ready on 3? We're going to do the Staffy Shark woo.
All right, we can do it. I was up ahead of you there.
1, 2, 3.
Woo! See you at Staffing World.
That's it. Take care, guys.
All right. Cheers.